you have Make Events.
Yep.
Northwest-based agency.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the client base in a bit.
Yeah.
But again, how did you start that? You was at AstraZeneca in the events team.
Yeah.
And one day decided you're just going to do your own thing. How did it happen?
Yeah, so I worked at AstraZeneca, which is a big pharmaceutical company, and sort of way before Google had slides, etc., in their office, AstraZeneca had understood the value of events for engagement, so a cross-employee engagement programme. So I was there 4 years. I'd been in my previous job, which was hospitality, for 9 years, and during that time had started with, recovered from quite a serious mental illness. So when I got well, when I was still at AstraZeneca, it was suddenly like, oh my God, the blinkers are off and this is what life is like. And hadn't probably realised that that had tinkered away ever since I was little. So as soon as I was well, it was kind of like, I was bypassed for promotion at AstraZeneca, and I just decided something that I would have normally just nodded my head and cracked on with. I decided I wouldn't, because I'd gone through so much and I just thought I can do this. So I left my job of 4 years with nothing to go to, which sounds like madness, but I wasn't on a particularly great salary, so I didn't have those kind of golden handcuffs, I guess, around me. And I freelanced for a year in Manchester doing events and marketing, and I saw what I thought was a real gap in the market. And I kind of thought, I'm going to have to get a proper job now because I need to earn some money. So do I go and work for someone else, which is notoriously long hours, or do I set up and just have a go? And I thought, I'll make events, and that's how it all started.
And then your first client was Late Rooms.
Yeah, so Late Rooms, McCann and Betfred in like the first 3 weeks.
Very good. So, and it's grown rapidly, your business, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And similar to for the Forever Unique story,
Yeah.
you got to a stage where you could quite easily have I wouldn't say a stress-free life in events,
Yeah.
but you could have a relatively nice life with, with just less stress. But you've decided again to reinvest and go for much further growth. So how's that been? Why did you make that decision for a start? And then what have the challenges been?
I think we got to a point about 2 years ago where we were doing a mix of corporate parties and private parties, but the brand was confused and people didn't quite. We were doing like events in Dubai for Kellogg's, but our brand reflected parties and things like that. So we went out. Any people with their own small business, we decided to rebrand, which we were going to do in-house. And then I heard a talk, and it was this guy talking about branding. It was your customer's truth is your truth. So it doesn't really matter what you perceive your customers thinking. What they are thinking is what they think of your brand. And it just prompted me to go out to market, and we rebranded with an agency. And we decided to take the private party side out of it, which was a massive risk because it represented about 40% of the business at that time. I still do private parties 6 a year that I can fit in, but Make Events became a fully corporate agency with brand values, with a strategy which the team absolutely live and breathe every day. And as soon as we launched the new brand, I mean, last year we had 131% growth, and when you're getting clients calling you and the opportunities are there, I don't know how you could stop. I wouldn't be able, like Seema said, I wouldn't be able to stop because, how lucky are we that we're getting to work with these emerging and these big brands. And I think that's when we just thought, let's go for it and, make this into a proper business.
And there's now almost, I think you had 5 a year ago, now there's almost 20.
Yeah, blame you for that because you told me I needed to get more.
Getting a lot of blame around it.
It's your fault, actually.
If it goes right, whose fault will it be? Probably not mine.
Yeah, and I think with the events model, a lot of people stay small because they'll keep a core of contracted staff and then have freelancers.
Yeah.
But for me, for everyone to live and breathe that brand, they needed to be working for me and fully invested.
And your favourite event that you've done? Was that the Dubai one?
Yeah, so I'd say the first international event we did for Kellogg's, we had to find an unusual venue. We found a private island in Dubai, and I think we were about 3.5 years old then, and just to stand and see this sea of Make Events t-shirts looking over the palm in Dubai was a bit of a pinch me moment. It was amazing.
Favourite artist you've worked with? I know you two ladies do a lot of work together.
Yeah, we do. Highly
recommend. At Holly's event last night.
Yes, Rick, Rachel's husband, I saw at one this morning on leaving a stage.
You're looking fresh.
You're looking fresh. Favourite act, Kylie Minogue. So just really quickly, have been obsessed with Kylie Minogue since I was about 10 years old, and I've got scrapbooks and wrote in one of my goal-setting books, I will meet Kylie Minogue. And then a client, we pitched her for an event, and she did the event for us. So that was again struck that off my goals list, and yeah.
Very good.
And she signed my scrapbook.
Goals hit, goals achieved.
Yeah.
So, and the future plans for you for Make Events, what do they look like?
So this year's been a massive infrastructure year with sort of doubling the recruitment and the growth, setting it up really so that Manchester is like a head office almost. We've just recruited someone from Leeds. So the idea is once by the end of this year, kind of the infrastructure's right, that we'll have satellite sort of teams in Leeds, Birmingham, London, because we are doing it, like we were in Harrogate last night, we are doing events across the country. We just need a base in each area.
Great. This is Holly.